Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Ferrari for episode number 12 today at the Russian Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out because we have now got the lead back in the Constructors' Championship by a little margin. It's not a great one, 4 points only, and you can see the consistency of Mercedes this season's been so good. 7 wins for us, 4 wins for them, and we only got 4 points difference. So it's, yeah, I mean, Leclerc there, 131 to 220, that's also a big gulf. You know, at least Bottas there's got 1 win to Hamilton's 3. But obviously we put all our eggs kind of in Vettel's basket as well, and it means he is leading the championship by a decent margin as well. So if we're lucky, you know, we're looking kind of good. We're about, you know, into the last less than a third, really, just less than a third of the season left to go. And you know, I'm confident that we can try and pull this through. We've just got to hopefully not have any implosions again like we had at the Belgium Grand Prix, but that's easier said than done. But let's have a look then through everything. This guy is burnt out, so we're gonna have to fire him basically, because once he's burnt, once a guy's burnt out, then that's pretty much it really. So we're going to swap him out. He's only level 14 to be fair, so he's not actually that important. He's very replaceable, so we'll fire him, and we'll look at some new hires and see if there's any others. Ooh, okay, we've got some good winners here. We're level 16 and a 15, so it's time now to fire some people because we don't need any kind of dead stock here. So I would say this level 15 here doesn't actually offer anything on the jack side of things, so we'll fire him. And probably, oh, well, this guy's got a front jack. That's his only redeeming feature, and we can swap him in, actually. So we're going to hire this level 16, because he will become a 17 once we hire him on. I don't know why that does that. Just every time you hire someone, they instantly go up by 1 stat when you hire them. I guess maybe a confidence booster or something of being hired. I'm not too sure. But who's the most tired? This guy is 1.8. So what else? One of these, yeah, 16 guys, 0.2, we can swap him out, that's much better. 0.1, 0.2, these guys don't matter, but I should kind of just give them a break for the sake of giving them a break, so I'll swap him out with this guy, and this guy will go with this guy's good on tire wear, this guy not as much, so I'll swap him out. And then rear jack, I kind of need someone. This guy's good on rear jack, damn. Is anyone here that's good at rear jack? 13 only. That's not great. This guy's 17. He's really good. This guy's 16, actually. Hang on. Swap out. And then I can give this guy a break and put this guy in. He's rubbish, but we don't need a particularly good guy at fixing stuff. So there we go. That's a very nice mistake percentage across the board there. So all with very good stamina. So 2.4 second pit stop. That's looking good ahead for this next race at Russia, which will be difficult, I think. Russia is always a tricky one, I remember, on this game because the tyre temps... the tyre temps are quite low, so you don't actually need to worry about overheating the tyres, but you need to worry about underheating the tyres, because that also causes tyre wear, so you end up telling the drivers to push, but then that also makes them wear out the tyres, so it's a very fine margin, tightrope to walk here at the Russian Grand Prix in this episode. But we've got Felipe Massa's agent telling reporters all over town, I'm interested. I say not a chance. I've never even thought about Felipe Massa, to be honest, although that does remind me, it might be time to, you know, start thinking about other drivers. You know, we've talked about it already, the fact that Leclerc, obviously you can see there, Vettel's 4.5 stars, Leclerc is just under 4, but you know, his tyre wear is so poor, the consistency has been so poor in terms of so many mistakes this season that unlike maybe real life, I think we really do need to consider changing out Leclerc at Ferrari and just going for someone else. But at the same time, obviously we're getting the job done. You know, we're 2 great drivers. You know, we would be probably dominating the entire championship maybe if our car was as good as it has been for the last few races. Of course, at the very start of the season, the Mercedes was the better car, but now we've really come into our own. But if it wasn't for Leclerc maybe being so poor, I think the championship would be a lot more kind of ours to lose, really, in terms of the 4 points there. So I don't know, it's a debate in terms of not just for the sake of the game, but also just for the series. I know it's kind of good in a way that we don't have 2 great drivers, because it keeps things interesting in terms of that. But let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below, and next episode we'll start to maybe investigate a little bit at our options for who we could possibly sign for next season. So let me know in the comments below what you think we should do. But apart from that, we're not going to build anything new. We talked about that last episode. That was going to be our last upgrade. If we do need to make a last-minute upgrade at like Japan or something, or USA, I will do if Mercedes seem like they're getting back ahead of us. But for now, we're just going to save the money, 28 million. We want that to rise each episode now, and so we'll just move on then towards the Grand Prix, really. Right, so we'll emails to go through, update there. Currently currently bang on the original target at first, so the chairman is happy. Report on the race, 40% chance of rain, and there is rain forecast for the race, actually, so we might have an interesting one on our hands. Vettel complimenting the car once again. Little tidbits, factory stuff, idle. There's nothing to do, probably, my man. And then, oh, dilemma. We accidentally broke the rules. We discovered a rule break with our parts. Should we fix it? Yes. Yeah, let's fix the rules. Yeah, let's fix that. That's $500,000. That's, you know, if we go in with a risk level of +2, that's basically just going to be guaranteed thrown out of the Grand Prix. So yeah, let's please do that. Let me quickly check this. Is literally everything idle? Okay, I may as well improve everything. Even though this is 91 already, I'm going to make sure that is actually the maxed out. Add that on. Those are fine. Those are fine. These need to be improved. That could be improved. And then that literally will be it. All our best parts will be maxed out. Bloody brilliant, is it? You know, our team, top team they are, top team. They just get everything done. Right, here we go then. Crisis averted with accidentally breaking the rules. Rain is forecast. It's very high tyre wear, as you can see. Like I said, with the whole issue with tyre heating. But we're going to go, since it's going to rain, I think we'll go with a lot of super soft tyres. We'll go with... We'll go with 4 mediums. I don't think we'll need more than 4 mediums, to be honest. I will go one less set of super softs. I'll go with 744 for Leclerc, just to give him a little bit of difference maybe with the soft tire. Fit parts, I think we're all good, aren't we, from the last race? We've fit everything that we need to. Yeah, that's all fine. Right, into practice. Kind of hope there is maybe some rain practice to help us out in race day, but, I mean, it's going to be the same for everyone, so it is what it is. Right, loading in a setup that I had previously saved, and it is actually a setup that is that actually had some water involved when we made this setup. So hopefully it could be quite good for the race, actually. So hopefully they take to it quite quickly in terms of the feedback here, but we'll send them out. Is any rain? Looks like probably not. Hard to tell, obviously, the end of the session, but at least the first half of the session will not be. So just got to get the knowledge. I think it's obvious we'll go for the mediums, just because if it does rain for only a little bit in the race, then you kind of need the mediums to stretch long for most of the race. Obviously, it could go the other way. It could rain quite a bit, and then you only need like super soft tyres, but we'll get that knowledge as well for the quali, of course. So just move on and see how the feedback is and move from there. All right, there we go. 1 great and 2 excellence. Leclerc loves that. Not going to touch that, actually. That's perfect. So 8 laps. Off you go, Sonny Jim. Vettel, what are you saying? 3 greats. Not as good. It's an okay baseline. Kind of a weird one, though, because I don't know where to go now from here. 95%. I would say maybe towards a little bit less downforce, possibly, then. And then top-end speed goes with it. A little bit more understeer, just a tad there. Let's see how that goes, that little tweak there. Literally just the rear wing being lowered. Let's see if that makes any kind of difference. But I'll keep them out there, get the knowledge first on tyres, then check the setup once again afterwards. Right, Leclerc's in. Vettel's going to come in as well. We got level 3 and everything there in the race, so we'll move on to the super soft tyres. Vettel, what's your setup going to say? Come on, please be the right direction. Yeah, sort of the right direction. Maybe could go even lower on the downforce then by that kind of stretch. Maybe just lower the front wing perhaps, or possibly, because that's great. So maybe just in somewhere in the middle, something like that. Is that going to be excellent? Maybe that little tweak will be the difference for the excellent there. Hardly change the speed balance. Hopefully that stays excellent. Quali 3 laps, not 1 lap, 3 laps. Come on, and super softs go. Nice, again to the end of practice then. All 3 levels then got that we need to get for a super soft, medium, quali, and race trim. No rain whatsoever, but that just means that everyone will be in a bit of a clueless boat then if it comes to the race and it does rain. And obviously, I have a hunch, I have a little feeling right now the rain might bleed over into qualifying. Maybe the end or the beginning, we'll see. But that's practice over. The car's looking pretty decent again. The gap from actually to Red Bull is only 2:10, so Red Bull looking pretty handy at this circuit, it would seem, with Merkel maybe a little bit more off the pace than I thought they'd be, but Bottas only set his best time on mediums, which is kind of a bit odd, so maybe they're hiding some secret pace potentially. Let's find out in quali then. Alright, so it's all dry for now in Q1, so there's still time for this rain, this mystical rain that I think will be coming in Q3. I don't know, I have some sort of feeling that it will, you know, it says it's in the race, it might just come down the end of Q3, let's see, but Q1 should be as per. Pretty easy, soft tyre send out on the auto. I keep mixing up those words. On auto, I mean, and they should be easily through into the next part of quali, lads. So don't mess this up, otherwise I will have my pants dropped. Much like that time when I forgot to send them out, and that was the biggest Ferrari calamity I've ever done myself. But they should be fine. I've had a good outlap as we come through 120. for Verstappen there with the glitch time. But what's it actually going to be as they cross the line? Looking at Sebastian Vettel there with the purples. Leclerc gone slower than him, according to the indicator. Across the line, it's a 120 dead. And oh, what? Leclerc did go faster than him. Leclerc set 2 greens, but then 1 purple in the last sector to beat Vettel. Mad. Okay, fair enough. But obviously Verstappen goes faster by 4/10 actually. Quite a decent margin there, but I expect that's the gap from super soft to softs. But it looks like Verstappen and even Hamilton there, and with Ricciardo as well, to be fair, 3/10 ahead of us. But Verstappen very much on the pace here with Red Bull, so could be a 5-way fight between both Mercs, both Ferraris, and 1 Red Bull. Sorry, Gasly. Hey, here's the rain. I knew it. I knew the rain was coming. I just knew it. Right, Q2. That's interesting. That means we possibly could be starting on these inters if the race is on inter. I mean, I don't know if there's that actual. I don't think there is that rule. Is there? You don't actually have to start on the wet tire you used if you have to start the race on wet. I don't know. I don't actually know about that one. I actually can't remember what the rule on that is. But either way, it looks like we are going to be on inters. It's going to be full wet tyres in a little bit. So basically, I'm going to sit this one out. I have a hunch there right at the end of the session. It might be enough for the inters at the end, kind of more a better region. Or even dry tyres, you know. Actually, hang on. Might be even time for dry tyres here at the end. I think there's enough time there. 2 minutes to go. There's enough time for dry tyres. So in the end, it won't matter, actually, for us. We might just qualify on the dries. I kind of hope then it's going to rain at the start of the Grand Prix, because like Singapore, we might just, you know, unfortunately have a case of where we have worn tyres because of more worn tyres, because we've got a damp track out there, and we have to start on them. But, I mean, it's going to be the fastest way to get into Q2, to get into Q3. So let's go now. 2 minutes to go. Just about enough time there. Cutting it a little bit fine, but we send them straight out. And there should be enough time. Yeah, that's enough time. That's enough time. About 10 seconds to go on the clock. Once Leclerc finds his way around as we go through then. Yellow flags briefly. But they're both through. There we go. Start their laps. And that should be an easy slip in to Q3. Because all those times right now are on inters. Everyone's going faster. Hopefully we'll go fast enough to get through across the line. There we go. Vettel up and Leclerc up. Vettel a lot faster than Leclerc there. Leclerc 9/10 down. Don't know what went on with him, but it's enough to get into the top 10 shootouts. That's all that matters, really. And there's no, well, apart from Norris, that's no real big shocks out of Q2 then. But yeah, okay. I don't really mind actually what happens in Q3. But I don't know, for once, I would have kind of liked it to rain the entirety of Q2, because then we could have just qualified on inters and then had a free choice, or, you know, or if it starts on inters tomorrow in the race, then, you know, that's interesting as well in a different way. But no, alas, same thing as we had in Singapore. But now it's time for Q3. It is all sunny here in Q3. We'll send them straight out just in case it's going to rain at the very end of this small session. But there we go. We're locked onto that set of super soft tyres. We're out. Doesn't look like there's going to be any rain later, so that's fine. This will just be a banker lap then, and then we'll get the proper, hopefully nice track gripped up lap. That's not really great English, done later in the session. It's an overheated out lap there for Leclerc, so that's not great. He's right behind Vettel. But saying he's got overheated tyres, he's actually gone purple. Of course, I said, you know, Russia cools down the tyres a lot, so maybe the motive is to have overheated tyres as you go onto the lap, because then they cool down as you go through the lap. That's very wishful thinking, but you never know. But look at that. The toe that Leclerc's got, he's just gone, what? 8/10 faster than Vettel. That's mad. Okay, that's mad. Okay. Verstappen's got 1.5 lower than us. That's also mad. Right, I think everyone's going to be setting fast lap times, though, as the track group goes up. So let's wait till the literal death of the session, and then we will go out again for another lap here. It's not going to rain. Right, I'm going to wait till 2 minutes to send Leclerc out, and then literally 1:40 for Vettel. We're going to be right bang on the line with Vettel. All right, here we go. 2 minutes. Going to send Leclerc now, just to give Vettel a little bit of breathing room. We'll wait. We'll go now. Because by the time he gets sent out, as you go through there, that is going to be very close there for Vettel. He's got traffic. He's got past the traffic, though. There we go. Leclerc starts his lap. Vettel comes through. 20 seconds to go. Literally 10 seconds on the clock, and he's across the line to start his lap. Hopefully, that's going to be a quick one. Let's see. Leclerc's white in the first sector. What is Vettel going to be? He's green. He's 3/10 down from Leclerc. Leclerc seems to be a monster around Russia here. As what is the second sector going to be? Leclerc does not improve his time. He's annoyed with that. Vettel sets a white second sector. The last sector has to be good here if he wants any kind of improvement across the line. He does improve by about 5/10 there, but it's still 3/10 off Leclerc, and that's the gap between first and fifth place. It's very, very close in qualifying. 3/10 the gap, and for the first time in his career, in his season, he has got pole position for our team. Leclerc on pole. That's pretty decent, mate. In the episode, I literally just talked about getting rid of you. You show up, you get pole. Good on you, son. I'm happy for you. Good on you. Hamilton, second place. Vettel has a lot of work to do in the race there from fifth place to overtake Bottas, Verstappen, and Hamilton. And no doubt he'll get a bad start as well, so that'll be thrilling. But there might be some rain tomorrow to help us out and kind of throw a spanner in the works as well. But yeah, very baffling session there. But Leclerc, 3/10 faster than Vettel. Fair play. Alright, so we're here on race day. It is dry at the moment, but you can see the rain will come later at lap 13. So I think really we're taking the mediums. I think we're going to need that to stretch because the tyre wear is so high around here. We're going to need mediums to try and really stretch, especially for our pole man. He's going to need them. But we're on super softs right now, so that's the thing. They only go how long? They go 9 laps. So we're going to have to pit again. Actually, you know what? That's changed things now. I forgot that we had to... I completely forgot we're forced on staying on super softs, aren't we? And if the rain continues on for longer, we won't need a set of dry tyres then. So actually, no, hang on. I've changed my mind. We have to go super softs then, surely. Because we're going to have to pit again with Leclerc, at least. I mean, what's Vettel saying? How long does his tyres go for? 11. We're going to have to... I think we go aggressive, very aggressive, and we pit on laps like 7, and then we go again on super softs, then go to inters, then we see what happens. Hopefully the rain goes for longer, so that we don't need the medium tyres, and I haven't just sacrificed that level 3 for nothing. But I think that's the motive, even with Vettel, really, to be honest. I think if we try and stretch that, we're just gonna fall off the cliff basically before the rain even falls. But let's go then towards the Grand Prix. Leclerc on pole position for the first time in his Ferrari career. As we go to 5 red lights to the Russian Grand Prix. We're underway to slow start for Leclerc. Hamilton into first place. Bottas down the inside. It's a 1-2 for Mercedes there. That's not what we need, as Vettel is in P6. He's been overtaken. Leclerc is going backwards here in this Grand Prix. Vettel is already now past him. That is just tragic there. It's a real poor start. Vettel's back up into P4 now as he gets down the inside of Verstappen. Good work there. Hulkenberg doing quite well in a lofty P3 right now, but Vettel gets past him. There we go. Come on, Seb. Flex the muscles there. Leclerc speeds back up. Leclerc now is pushing Vettel through into turn 1, so Leclerc's also picked up pace once more. We're going to go high, but keep on... we'll go on pushing and just keep it a steady pushing now for basically the next 5 laps of this Grand Prix. Oh, no. What? Vettel just made a mistake there, right ahead of Leclerc. I think Leclerc tapped him. We've now got an issue with... Oh, your kit. Leclerc, you're killing me, mate. Come on. You got to stop this. Right, it's a good thing we were pitting anyway. We've just now got to... Well, yeah, we've now just got to stretch these super softs a little bit longer than I wanted to. But, yeah, we're going to have to pit with Leclerc now. That's bloody brilliant. Jesus. Right, pushing with Leclerc. He's not losing too much pace here because we've gone overtake mode, really. But we'll go low then, come in and fix that wing of yours. Meanwhile, Vettel overtakes Bottas in a straight line for second place of this Grand Prix. Excellent stuff there. Leclerc's going to be out of this GP then in 24th place. You don't love to see it. You really don't. But that's how it's worked out. So Leclerc, last place. Once again, mate, you're on a recovery drive. Oh, you got pole. You were doing so well. And then, yet, it all just went so bad. Meanwhile, Vettel, P2, 2.2 the gap is to Hamilton. That's what we have to try and chase down there. Let's go for it. 2.1. Tyres are overheating a little bit, so we're going neutral now. And Bottas has come back at us. The Mercedes car is looking pretty good. Look at this, side-by-side battle for nearly 3/4 of a lap there, that was, with Valtteri Bottas. We're back down to third. The Mercs are doing quite well here around Sochi, as they do in real life. Obviously, it's not actually Sochi in the game, but like real life, they're doing very, very well indeed. As we swing through then, the gap is 4.4. 4 seconds now. It's kind of, you know, teetering up and down. Right, let's go overtake mode, attack, and pit in on this next lap then, Vettel. So let's re-overtake Bottas on this lap. Come on, if we can. Closing up. Not too much time gain. We're losing some tyre wear there. Only 1/10 gain there. 4/10 gain on this lap then. Coming for super soft pits. We'll go for a fast pit stop. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. We've got a low mistake percentage with our pit crew. Let's risk it. Come in. No mistake. Good stuff. Comes out, and we're out in P5. Keep on pushing, mate. We're going to go medium, though, because your fuel is off the scale. But push on overtake mode. Push for Leclerc. Go medium there. Right, let's see how this works out. Surely everyone's going to do this strategy, I think. Unless you started on mediums. Because, yeah, there you go. Hamilton pits as well. So you come through then. Vettel is 4 seconds back from Hamilton. So pretty much we didn't gain anything. We didn't lose much either. Right, we're into second, though. We did gain on Bottas. We've jumped Bottas now. That's good. We're 4 seconds ahead of him. We're now 2 seconds behind Hamilton. That is very good news. We're overheating the tyres, I know, but the rain's going to fall, basically, in the next 2 laps here, so it doesn't really matter too much. Worn tyres for Leclerc. Let's try and conserve them a little bit. Hang on a little bit more, Leclerc, come on. Fast lap of the Grand Prix for Vettel. Looking good, looking good. And I've only just clocked Leclerc is back up into P4 of this Grand Prix. He's recovered quite well there, because remember, technically, he didn't actually lose any time, because he stayed in P4 that entire time when he broke his wing, and we just came in like a normal extra pit stop. So, actually, not all is lost. He's still in this Grand Prix. He's still in the top 4. That's good news. I might even come in early here for early inters, maybe? No, next lap, next lap. Keep pushing. Just one more lap, mate. One more lap. I know you're going to hit the cliff a little bit. Just keep going. One more lap. 6/10 gain. That's good. 8/10 gains. Looking good. 1.3 gain. Good stuff, Leclerc. Right, pit in. Inters. Vettel, go. Push in this lap. You're going to pit in this lap, mate. Pit in. Inters. Park condition. Fast. Right, Hamilton's pit. Bottas pit. There's a double stack for Merc there. Worn tyres for Vettel. 3/10 lost. 4/10 gained. That's better. Right, go like the... Pushing in medium. Right, Vettel's in. How much is he gaining here? 6/10 gained. That's pretty good. Right, in. No mistake. Lovely. As we come through. Oh, it's so close. Half a second then separates Hamilton and Vettel. And Vettel is very good in the rain, we know, as is Hamilton. But let's see how this goes then. We're going to go medium, though, because we, again, need to try and save this fuel, basically. So let's take this easy. But I kind of, you know, I trust Vettel. There's a mistake there, but I trust him to try and catch up here. He's got the pace in the wet. Come on, mate. You can do this. Right, it is going to be raining till the end of the Grand Prix then, so we have to play the long game here, try and stretch this out for a one-stop to the end of this Grand Prix. Pitting around lap, I would say 25, I think we're going to try and aim for, basically, if we can. That'll be the ideal scenario, really, as we go to neutral now with Leclerc. The tyre temps are going down a little bit, so I need to push as well. That's the only annoying thing here, is look at that lower. That tyre temp is skyrocketing low for Leclerc there, because we're not pushing enough to keep warmth in the tyres, so it's a tricky one here. 19 laps to go. 5 more laps, I would say, until we pit, or about 6. Vettel is 2.2 behind Hamilton. Like I said, Hamilton also has the perk of being fast in the wear. So right now, we're in a bit of a stalemate here. Bit of a stalemate. We're closing in, though. 1.6 now. Just need to measure it. Just need to keep the tyres in check. I think we can do this on like an in-lap or an out-lap. You know, we push like a stabbed rat on one of those laps. Meanwhile, Leclerc, he's not too far off Bottas. If he picked up the pace a little bit, maybe use some fuel now, could maybe close up to him. Right, I'm pushing flat out now with Leclerc. Going to come in on this next lap for Inters. Lap 24, a little bit earlier. That, you know, needs must. We're going to go low fuel, just so he saves the fuel. Vettel's pushing hard now on his lap. He's going to come in on the next one for a set of Inters. Fast. Good. Right, Leclerc's made his pit stop. I don't believe there was a mistake there on that pit stop. No, there was not. That's good. Right, go pushing. And Vettel's coming in for sure as well. Yeah, right, low fuel for you now on this back straight. Hamilton's coming as well. So Hamilton's matched us on that pit stop window for Leclerc. Come in, no mistake, come out. Where are we going to be? Behind Hamilton again. And the gap's grown to 3.7. Those fresh inters did a wonder on the undercut, it looks like. Going to go over to... Oh, what the hell was that? There was an Alfa Romeo that just spanned there. That was, I think it was Giovinazzi. Yeah, Giovinazzi just span. I was fast forwarding. I was about to say something about pushing on overtake mode because there is some heavy rain coming. So I think we might all have to pit onto heavy rain, onto heavy wet tyres, on full wet tyres, I should say. But Giovinazzi just spanned there, and that held up Vettel. The gap's now The gap's now 10 seconds. So that's pretty much our win gone then. Unfortunately, the win's been robbed because we had to stop for a spinner. and let alone a junior Ferrari team spinner. That's really annoying. Right, make the most of it now. Just push on. But yeah, I think we will probably come in for full wets just at the end to take a gamble. Oh my god, this... Oh, you're kidding me! There was a collision with Vettel. He's hit Russell. He's hit George Russell. I didn't even see it. I was too concentrating on getting these things back to medium. Looked up at the... Because I had my eyes set on the bottom of these screens. Looked up to the middle and just saw Vettel hit the Williams car. Are you joking me? Oh, come on. Alright, we continue on, mate. We continue on. Are you losing too much pace to Bottas here with a broken wing? I mean, it's not critical, is it? It's not 0%. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Keep going. Just do the best job you can, because we're going to go to full wet soon. Just keep going. It's not 0%. Alright, going to pit in now to full wets. Going to pit full wets now. Fast pit stop. Fix that wing. That is going to cost us time to Bottas there. That is definitely going to cost us time to Bottas. But we have to do it because it's risky to go a few laps. Because it's now 4%. That's definitely going to fall off then. So we have to change the wing now. Leclerc will come in as well in the same lap. We've got enough time between the two that we can probably afford to do that there. But Vettel's in. Change that wing. Come on. Get out the box before Leclerc comes. Oh, just about got that done. But Vettel now is behind Bottas there. We're going to have to push like a stabbed rat now to try and get back up into second place. We also lost time to Verstappen. It's all gone downhill at Russia. One spinner that we didn't crash into, and one spinner that we did crash into with a T-bone collision there. George Russell, or as Vettel said on the team radio, effing Russell. And now we'll see. If these guys don't pit, we might have a slight chance of catching back up. I'm not too sure. Come on, come on, come on. Pushing. 5 laps to go. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Up into second place. We've just overtaken Verstappen there. He's on worn inters. That's good. Even Leclerc could get him, you know. Even Leclerc could get him. That's good stuff there. Right. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep reeling them in. Leclerc up into P4. Both of us are flying here in this top flight. But there's 4 laps to go and 18 seconds to make up. I doubt there'll be enough time there for that, but we'll see. Keep going. Surely, are they... Oh, yes, yes, we've got it! Yes, Bottas very slow. We're back up into second place. This is the strategy call of dreams by us. Absolute strategy call of dreams. Where is Hamilton? There he is. He's going slow. Surely he's going slow enough that we're going to catch him there. Look at the top left. Look at the top left. The time we're gaining. We're absolutely flying. Leclerc's now up into P3. It's going to be a double podium for Ferrari. And Hamilton spun. Hamilton spun. Hamilton has spun. Vettel's down the inside. We're back up into first place of the Russian Grand Prix on the second last lap of the GP. Absolutely stunning strategy here. And it's going to be a 1-2 surely. We'll get the 1-2 because Leclerc's flying as well. Absolute scenes here today, ladies and gents. Absolute scenes. Hamilton, worn tyres. Surely we've got to get him. Surely. Come on, Leclerc. Keep pushing, mate. You got to get him. You got to get that 1-2, man. I know you got worn tyres, but... Oh, no! Vettel spun! Vettel spun! No! What the hell? What's happened? Leclerc now! Oh, no! What? I can't contain this! No! What? How has Hamilton just finessed his way back into first? This isn't allowed. Come on. Overtake mode. Right at the end here. Give it everything. Give it everything. Come on, no. You're kidding me. Not like this. No, we're running out of fuel as well. Not like this. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? How has Hamilton won that race? He span with 3 laps to go, and then we span for the 3rd time. We had a collision or spin with Vettel, and we're down to 2nd. It's a 2-3. It was a 1-2 at one point. Oh my god. My heart's just been ripped out there. That was more of a roller coaster race than the first race of the season. Jesus. Oh. Damn it. Mad. So that's it. This is why 3 years on. 3 years on, this is why I still love this game. Because you just don't know what is going to happen. It just tosses up everything left, right and centre. And I can still get so excited by it. Because you really just don't know. You just sat there kind of like eagerly waiting and seeing how your drivers do. Crazy. Oh my god, 2 and 3. It should have been 1-2. It should have been. So in the end, Vettel gets second place. We get 2 points for the fast lap of the Grand Prix, though. Hamilton, they get 25. Bottas with 12. So in the end, it's second and third place there. So in the Drivers' Championship, Vettel's now 31 points. So that's not really come down that much, to be fair. So that's pretty good. Constructors, though, Mercedes have pulled it back. It's now not even 4. It's only 2 points in it. If it's like this for the rest of the season, this is going to be nail-biting right to the end. If we get the championship, and then either way, if we get fired or not for either not getting or getting the championship. All right, 3.4 million in the bank, all good. And as we come through, what's our chairman going to say? Looks like that's still very secure, so maybe that wasn't too bad there. I feel like it will be still a bit negative, though, coming off the back of that. Let's see about that. Maybe the win we had before is going to help out. Wow, okay, plus 0.4. That's the tiniest bit of improvement there. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. But, guys, if you did enjoy that whirlwind roller coaster of emotions of an episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, do subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.